This is TNC Movie Nights. I, I'm still in the van. I haven't left yet, but if you're watching this on Saturday or Sunday when this comes out, I will have left, so I won't be here. But for right now, I am here, and we are going to review Free Guy because we saw it, and it's been a minute since we've seen it, but we haven't talked about it yet, so we're going to talk about it. But before we do that, Brandon, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Really excited for the rest of this week. If you guys know us at all, we're huge fantasy football fans, and at the time this drops, we'll be possibly in our drafts, and I am so excited. So excited to see what happens this year. It's going to be a good time. Outside of that, everything else is going pretty well. Can't really complain, but yeah. Thanks for asking.
Very nice, very nice. Well, I don't think it's going to be any surprise that we both really like this movie because, I mean, it's like, we're the Nerd Chambers. This is the Nerd Chambers movie nights. So, I mean, it was set up to succeed just for us on name alone. Like, it's what'd you think?
This movie was fantastic. It was everything I was wanting, everything I was expecting, and I think it surpassed that as well. I thought this was going to be kind of a fun movie for people that like video games, and that's kind of it. But I mean, clearly the IMDb scores, the reviews of the movie have been fantastic as well. So I'm glad it was able to hit with a lot of people. I mean, sure, there are a couple moments you get like a little bit of video game lingo, little things like that, you kind of hear them and it's like, okay, like I understand you guys are trying to like really hit that crowd at times, which is fine. Like that's what it's made for. And there was a lot of really cool things as well that were small cameos of people that was really neat to see. Of course, we saw people like Ninja, Pokimane, Laserbeam, Jacksepticeye, Dan TDM, Tween. I don't think that's actually like, maybe it is, because this is still like in the list of cameos for people. It just says Tween Gamer Girl. I think that might have been like the two girls in the room. Like, you kept hearing the girl just about to swear. Maybe she, like, I don't know. Of course, all people are out there who are big personalities, but maybe she is as well. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in here. Also,
Those themselves were a little cringy though, because
a little.
every time they have that, and it's not just because they're gamers. Every time they have like a cut to a real celebrity with a script, it always feels weird because you're like, you don't talk like that. Like, I've watched Jacksepticeye videos. That's not how he sounds. But like, of course not. It's a script for a movie, and that's not to say he wasn't like a good actor or anything. It's just like very clearly someone wrote something for him, and that's not just him talking about things. And it's the same across anything. If they have Rich Eisen in a sports movie, when they had Jimmy Fallon in Jurassic World, every time you're like, that's not how you would say things like that. But it's still fun because you're still like, oh, that's like an actual gamer person. That's someone who just plays video games, and they're just like, yeah, I'm hip. I'm one of them cool kids.
But not only did I love little stuff like that, but there's a lot of people in this movie that I didn't realize. Like John Krasinski, he was a silhouetted gamer voice. Tina Fey, vacuuming mom. Dwayne Johnson was a bank robber number 2. Hugh Jackman was mask player in the alley voice. They got a lot of big people, which makes sense because Ryan Reynolds is just like one of the nicest people in Hollywood, that he can just be like, hey Hugh, do you want to come hit a couple lines for us in a movie? And he's like, yeah, sure, like, why not? And it's cool because like you can see that Ryan Reynolds just has so many connections that people just like want to be around him, which is great. And yeah, there was a couple cool ones like that, which is great to see. And all around the movie was, not only was it like, this is a video game, we're in a video game, but it kind of breaks down kind of the outside stuff of the coding aspect, the elements like that, and the game developmental world, like what it's like seeing. I would probably feel like that's probably what a real like office looks like, just everyone set up. It's kind of laxed. I mean, that's what I've always kind of heard when it comes to like gaming development companies, is it's
Until the shitty boss who just wants profits walks in and everyone's
Exactly.
like, damn it.
Exactly. And oh my god, Taika Waititi, if I'm saying it right, probably not, but he was amazing in this movie. He just kills it in like everything he's ever been in or done. I want more of that man in movies, like, please.
He's so weird, but he's so good at everything. God, whether he's directing the movie or in it or both, just like you said, just give me more of that man. I'm so excited for Thor: Love and Thunder just because I know it's him.
Yeah.
So pumped for it. But yeah, he was awesome. I forget the actors' names, but Stranger Things dude, he was great. Fun fact about him, I think Sahara went to college with him. Didn't like know him or anything, but they were both at school at the same time. That's a fun little
That's pretty dope. Oh yeah.
fun fact. But he was great in it. Ryan Reynolds, of course, was just fantastic. And I love how they kind of like the reason behind all of this. You know, like the story itself of how he kind of became aware and how he just became this actual dude instead of just a mindless NPC. I thought that was really, really cool and really well done, and it made a lot of sense. So you didn't have to just be like, oh, just because. You know, they had all of the reasons behind it, and I thought that was super, super cool.
And it was so much more detailed than I really expected for it to be, and that's something I can really appreciate there. Is they did it, they weren't afraid to be like, yeah, this is a video game movie, it's gonna be fun, all that goofy stuff you're gonna see, but then we're gonna like really get into it with like a really unique coding idea. And that was so cool that they really, again, like weren't afraid to break that boundary, which is great to see.
Yeah, and then even like the just the idea of having gamers not just want the blind rage, shoot 'em up, rob the bank, do all the bad stuff, on how you could just have a game with really no conflict, where you just kind of hang out in this world of ever developing AI, and that works. Because I totally think that would work. I'd play the hell out of that game. And they have games kind of in that realm. Obviously nothing that advanced, but I love how it's just like kind of a nod to like, hey, you know, it's complex stuff out there. It's not just all shoot 'em ups and rob the bank and all that.
Yeah, I mean, everything again in this movie was really well done, a lot better than I was expecting. Again, I was expecting just a really fun popcorn movie that I was gonna get to laugh, you know, joke about, and it was impressive. I do think it was everything that people were expecting and wanted from this movie, and the actors were incredible. And all in all, really can't be upset about this film.
Oh my god, the guy who played Buddy, he was so damn funny.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know what's going on here, but I love it. so good. He was so good, and I feel bad that he was kind of overshadowed in this movie a little bit, but he was so good that it would be like, even if the movie sucked, you would love it just because of Buddy.
He kind of like stole the show, I gotta say, at times. Like, he was so fun.
Great. And we were talking about cameos. What was your favorite cameo in the movie?
I think, like, weirdly enough, now if we're just saying, like, also the, you know, I mean, all cameos, Jacksepticeye, which is really funny because, like, I'm not a huge Jacksepticeye fan. Like, he's hilarious, he's great. I just have never been like super into his content, but I loved him in the movie. I really did. He was a lot of fun when he was on screen.
He was really fun. That is definitely a respectable answer. I think my favorite though was Chris Evans.
Never mind.
When Ryan Reynolds pulled out the Captain America shield. He's what the shit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. I forgot about that one. That by far the best one. Easy. That was incredible.
And I read a couple reviews that hated that. They hated the fact that he got the Cap's shield and then the lightsaber. It was. I get it, because it was kind of like what we were saying with Space Jam, where it was like, look at all the things that we made. But I don't feel like that's what it was in this. I felt like this was just a really funny nod to just being in this fantastical universe of a video game. Because it's really hard, because they're both video games. They both kind of did the same thing. but one just did it well. So you're not mad at it for being like, oh yeah, you know, Cap's shield, and we got a lightsaber and all of that. But I think it was just done really, really well. I feel like this movie.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just say my reasoning. I think that this one did it well. It was very self-aware. It was like, it's in your face. It's like, look at this. We got a lightsaber. Like, this is goofy. And then we're gonna have Chris Evans go, what is this? Like, you know what he does. But when it was in Space Jam, it was very like, we're gonna hide it in the background and like just to make you go like, oh my god, I noticed that. But this felt very like, yeah, like look at like it's Ryan Reynolds doing it. Like, it's Deadpool. So
yeah, Deadpool's holding Cap's shield and a lightsaber. What's going on here? I'm surprised that they didn't have a more obvious or even any like Deadpool
reference
anything in that.
Yeah. I can agree there. I honestly, there's one I would have loved to have seen because people would have freaked out about it. Let him have Thor's hammer. That one would have been like really over the top to be like, oh my god, now Ryan Reynolds himself has held, or just showing that like that's how pure Free Guy is, that he's worthy of holding the hammer. Oh my god, I think that'd have been the only other thing that would have been great to see in this movie.
That would have been sick. And one interesting thing, I feel like leaving this theater, I even told Sahara this. I was like, I feel like Ready Player One walked so Free Guy could run.
Yeah.
Because this, like, Ready Player One was a solid movie, and I think one of the writers for it is one of the writers for this too. So it makes sense why they kind of have that same feel for him. But man, this was like proof positive, but especially when you have the two of them together, that movies like this just work. You can have funny fan service and all of that jazz that you want in a video game movie, but still have a good movie with a good plot and good acting in it. And it was great.
I'm really glad we both really did enjoy this movie. It was a lot of fun. If you've seen Free Guy at this point, please let us know what you thought. We'd love to hear from you in the comments or just add us on any of our social media platforms. I'm kind of forgetting which ones those are, so Alex, can you remind the people?
Yeah, Brandon, I can tell the people where they can find us. They can find us at thenerdchambers.com. And if you're looking for us on the socials, we're just at TNC Movie Nights across all of them. It's so easy to find us. If you want a one-stop shop, it's like I said, thenerdchambers.com. While you're there, check out the shop. We got the merch. It's really comfy. I got this logo. Brandon's got that one. Boom. We're comfy. We look good. What's up? Go check it out. But yeah, TNC Movie Nights. That's where you can find all of us. One more fun fact about this before we sign off, though. This was on the 2016 Blacklist, which we've been talking about doing an episode on the Blacklist for like a year now. So we'll get into that. But this was on the Blacklist in 2016. So if you haven't heard about that, go look up what the movie Blacklist is, and we'll have an episode about it soon, I'm sure. But TNC Movie Nights, thenerdchambers.com, Free Guy. Check it out if you haven't. Let us know what you think. See ya.